I like Kirby. I mean, look at him. It's hard not to like Kirby. But I really like Kirby when he tries something new, when his games get creative. That's when Kirby's at his best. I mean, my favorite Kirby games are, by far, Kirby's Epic Yarn and Kirby Canvas Curse, two of Kirby's most innovative games and two of his best. And that's not a coincidence. But when he plays it safe, I don't know, it just doesn't have the same magic. Now, don't get me wrong, this is a great little game, but if you like when Kirby gets triple creative, you might be let down by Triple Deluxe. Just released for the Nintendo 3DS, Triple Deluxe marks Kirby's 3DS debut, which seems weird looking back on it, that it took 3 years for Nintendo to get a Kirby game on the 3DS. Nonetheless, it was worth the wait. This is another awesome Kirby game, but it's much more Return to Dreamland than Epic Yarn. You know, this is traditional Kirby, as opposed to creative Kirby, so I guess it's all a matter of what you're expecting. And obviously, there's nothing wrong with enjoying both. Regardless of their approach, the Kirby games are always very well made, and Triple Deluxe is no exception. In fact, speaking of traditional Kirby, the closest Kirby comparison is probably Superstar, the classic Super NES game. See, that game combined 8 smaller Kirby games into one. You know, it was like 8 games on a single cartridge. And Triple Deluxe takes a similar approach. This game combines a traditional Kirby platformer with 2 extra games, Kirby Fighters and Dedede's Drum Dash. And to start with Kirby Fighters, this is basically Super Smash Kirby. It's a separate little fighting game that basically pulls a Kirby and copies Smash. You have 10 different Kirbys to choose from, each with its own copied ability. And from there, it's Smash Brothers City. Now, by no means is it as deep or addictive as Smash, but as an extra mode, Kirby Fighters is a really nice addition. And obviously the best thing is that it supports multiplayer, so you can do download play with up to 4 players, which is awesome. The other game is Dedede's Drum Dash, and this one's kind of interesting. It's basically like a platforming rhythm game. Dedede's bouncing on drums, and you have to guide them through the level, like a platformer. Obviously the catch is the rhythm game part. You have to press buttons in time with the music to do things, like bounce higher and shake his tambourine. It actually gets pretty tricky when the beat picks up. I mean, this is definitely the least of the 3 modes, but it might be the most interesting, and certainly the most difficult. I mean, you only have 2 minutes to finish each of the 3 levels. Of course, that's the drawback though, 3 levels. Now, this is less the case with Kirby Fighters, but still, the limited scope of the additional games makes them feel additional, they're very much extras. They're to complement the main attraction, which is the main story mode, which is classic Kirby. You have to make your way up a beanstalk, visiting 6 floating islands along the way. And each one's gorgeous. Really, Triple Deluxe is a very pretty game. It has that simple, adorable look you'd expect from Kirby, but some of the themes and aesthetics are awesome. And actually, it has that same hazy, dreamlike quality that defined Return to Dreamland for the Wii. So the presentation's top-notch, it's got a lot of those familiar Kirby songs, but if there's one thing that defines Triple Deluxe and makes it stand out, it's the level design. I mean, look at the name for a hint. Triple Deluxe, 3D. That's no coincidence, because every level in this game is designed to use the system's 3D effect. Like, every level, seriously. You've got multiple layers of depth, enemies that you have to avoid based on depth, and even Kirby's old launch pads at the end of each level, it's all designed to look awesome in 3D. So even if the gameplay plays it a bit safe, the level design's actually very creative. So traditional as it feels, that 3D focus at least gives it something of its own. Now, should this be a game that you own? Well, it depends on your taste for Kirby. But if you like the series in general, don't even hesitate. This is another awesome 3DS platformer. Not to mention one that really takes advantage of the system's 3D effect. But if you prefer Kirby's experimental side, his daring and creative side, I don't know. I think Kirby's latest might leave you hungry for more. Which you'd think Kirby would sympathize with. It's Kirby Triple Deluxe for the Nintendo 3DS.